gents and NBs, you have just entered The Last Save Lounge, a weekly interview show all about the games that saved our progress and a little bit of us. I am your host, Aaron Turbo Hoodie Amendola, and golly, I'm happy you're here. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click whatever doodly do you gotta do to support the show and help it grow into a giant, unwieldy podcast kaiju. We want to get to Rodan level. Currently, we're at Mothra. One of these days, we'll get up to Godzilla. New episodes every Tuesday, wherever you get your podcast, with clips and video episodes on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Y'all, I love good vibes in the games industry, and there's a lot of bad vibes right now. So good vibes, I need that. And this week, I'm giving you the good vibes. I am joined by Baron J67 of LV1 Gaming, aka Baron Jones. I first checked out Baron when he co-hosted, of all shows, Game Mess Mornings with Jeff Grubb. Shout out Jeff Grubb. Shout out Giant Bomb. And dude, I know you're here. I've been following the show LV1 ever since I saw you on there, and I was like, oh, this guy's legit. I saw you at Summer Game Fest. I saw you at the press conference. And I was like, this dude's never getting back to me. And then you responded. So, first off, man, thank you. I feel very, very happy about this.
You know what? I just, first off, thank you for reaching out. I learned very quickly that people, no matter how good you are, somebody has to say yes. And a lot of people have a hard time understanding that. And without getting too deep into that, a lot of people have said yes to me. And if all it takes is me to sit here and talk about myself and and have a good talk about games and whatnot, that is too easy for me not to put an hour or so aside. And I love to talk. I talk a lot. I've actually been working on lowering how much I talk during podcasts because I can rant, and I try to make sure to like I'm doing now.
Dude, I am the dog that caught the car when it comes to if you bring up Final Fantasy, if you bring up Destiny, if you bring up anything in the fighting game community, I'm like, oh, okay, let's get into this. I didn't realize that Tokon comes out in a month, and I broke into a panic attack today. I was like, what the hell am I going to do? I haven't read frame data in years. And that's where I'm at.
Said
but
frame data.
Yeah,
Y'all,
dude.
For those who don't understand what you guys probably do, this is real conversations here.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Let me tell you a brief aside. College, I lost my apprenticeship or internship, whatever. I was working part-time at GameStop, and Street Fighter 4 just came out.
Same.
And I was like, man, what am I going to do? There's a fighting game tournament in Mars, PA, down the road from Pittsburgh. I went and I won my summer rent money at a tournament. That game has given me more than I will ever give it. You know what I mean? So when I think about frame data, I get all those warm and fuzzies in me.
See, okay, so I've only went to one FGC tournament. I met a guy at WonderCon, I believe it was WonderCon. And he had his pitch deck on him, and he was like, hey, I'm starting this video game company, blah, blah, blah. You know, me obviously talking a lot. We ended up becoming cool and chatting like crazy. And I told him, I was like, hey, when you have your first video game tournament, I'll be there. It's Arizona, 4 or 5 hour drive from where I'm at. I was like, I'll be there. Lo and behold, it ended up being the weekend before my wedding. And then
sorry, babe, I got commitments.
And I went, and my wife allowed me to go. My then girlfriend then allowed me to go. And what made it even funnier is I piled my friends in the car, and I had a cracked radiator, but I refused to quit. So from Southern California to, I don't know what part of Arizona we were at, cracked radiator, stopping every exit to put water and check temps, rode it all the way to Arizona. And this was clearly a hot time of the year because Coachella was going on. And yeah, I'll never forget it. Coming back from Arizona, cool temperature, all the windows down, running the vent, no AC. Coming back from getting beat up by a dude. At least I lost to the guy who won the tournament.
There you go.
I should have known because he had nothing but Mortal Kombat stuff on it. I didn't realize it. I was not paying attention that I got pool sharked. he was talking me through it. He was like, "Yeah, man, you're doing pretty good." Like, oh
Yeah, and then
man,
comes
okay.
the rope-a-dope.
And then he had the Mortal Kombat Air Forces, the new era Mortal Kombat official hat, a Mortal Kombat belt, and a Mortal Kombat t-shirt. And he explained to me that the
Did you
only
fight
game
Ed Boon? What the hell?
I've met Ed Boon. I told him he owes me quarters. I looked him in his face and I said, "You owe me money." But
He's got it. Why not?
Yeah, but no, this dude really worked me over in the worst way possible, but he won. Yeah, he definitely won. So I feel good. I feel like losing to the person who wins the tournament in the FGC means something. I feel like that should be a prize in itself. Like, oh, who'd you lose to? Who knocked you out? The person who won.
Yeah. It's like losing to Jordan. It's like, yeah, of course.
Duh. No,
Chicago.
I would've
Chicago, Mortal Kombat. It comes back.
I would have did better if I played anybody else. That I could say that. Not true, but I could say that. I'm sorry.
So nah, man, this is gonna be fun, and I want to ask you what you're playing right now that you dig, but I also have checked out Backlog Barbarians, and I know you're going through some of the classics. You just finished Fable 2.
Yes.
You were doing Outer Worlds 2.
Yes.
What's really grabbing your attention right now?
So right now, I get into this weird phase where I play like roguelikes and indies just to kind of palate cleanse and carry me through to the next game.
I mean, there's like so many right now.
So I am spending a lot of time in this game called Sandwalkers.
Okay.
It is a turn-based RPG roguelike where, and I barely caught on to the story, where basically you're a caravan trying to, not Death Stranding style reconnect the world, but basically
it's a Strand game,
right? Like, you're moving around the world and you're trying to like reseed the world and connect villages and solve problems and make enemies and not make enemies and build good relationships. But it's each caravan is a generation because you are meant to lose at some point.
Oh, that's interesting.
As you die, and it took like 10 or so like wipes for me to catch on that the world is healing. So it's an extreme desert, but as you progress and as you grow within the story, the world is becoming more green. And like the people are living in like giant trees. The trees are growing. All of a sudden there's more houses in the trees. There's little towns building up around it. Like the world is slowly changing. I'm gonna say this with pride. I am currently in the 30th iteration of the world. So I've died a lot. And some dice rolls are better than the others. You get different characters. Yeah, different characters. It's a lot of fun. And I feel like it's a great, not mindless game, but a game I can kind of turn off and pay attention back and forth between the World Cup and the game. And then I installed Spin Hero, which is basically it is a roguelike experience where you are an adventurer, but the way you do battle is through slot machine rolls.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's definitely, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hooked on these whole gambling esque roguelike experiences.
I mean, dude, Vampire Survivors was made by a former casino developer. Like if you take a look and you start realizing a lot of fun colors, yeah, dude, a lot of these are built on those same mechanics.
It makes sense. Okay. I enjoy it. Like
they got you.
They got me. I'm gonna tell you this, and this fits into Summer Games Fest and whatnot. So there's been a few times in my life within games media where I've gotten the like seedy, "Hey, do you want to play my game?" Like, and I'm like walking, but it's always been a cool experience. It's never been bad.
Hey man, why are you bringing me down this alley?
There's no lights here. And then they like open their laptop, and it's one of the greatest things I ever experienced. So, long story short, oh my God, Must Fall. What is it's something Must Fall, and it's killing me. I could see the name, and it's the coolest thing. Something
I'm gonna see if Google can help you out here.
Yeah, Must Fall. It's basically Missile Command with a roguelike element. Oh, I feel so bad because they made such a cool game, and my heart
Utopia?
is broken. I feel so bad. Let me look real fast. Let me look real quick.
There's One Must Fall 2097, a classic 1994 DOS fighting game. And let me
Oh,
tell
that
you,
sounds fun.
I played fighting games from the 90s. Not a lot of good ones. I'll put you
Utopia.
that much.
Utopia must
Okay.
fall.
All right, that's the one I was looking
Utopia.
at. This looks cool.
Utopia must fall. It is Missile Command, RPG or roguelike elements. And we were on the rooftop of the Grammy Museum in LA Live. You got music going, Wu-Tang Clan's going in the background. You got all these games. It shout out to the Media Indie Exchange, the mix. They put on the best parties. And I'm sitting to the side with a laptop. I'm a big guy, and I'm sitting to the side with a laptop in my lap, hunched over, playing this game for like 15, 20 minutes without even realizing it. And I was hooked, and then I just kept passing it to people. And I was like, dude, this is fun. And I told them, I was like, if you guys can get this on mobile, it's gonna murder. One hand sitting there playing Missile Command, getting different elements, trying to save Neo Tokyo. Like, why do I remember all that? Out of all the stuff I've played, that was one of those games that I was like, yeah. But it's that. I'm ranting. Please tell me when to
Dude,
stop. And I apologize.
I gotta ask you something.
Yes,
because you have uttered Missile Command. And I know you're a dad, so I'm going to ask you a question about your age without asking your age. What was the first video game system you played?
Sega Genesis.
Okay, all right. So we're both in the same pool then.
Yeah. Sega Genesis. First game was Sonic 2 and Street Fighter 2.
Dude,
And
I was like Missile Command. I see like Arkanoid and all these
I was an
Robotron
arcade
going
junkie.
off in my head.
I was an arcade junkie. And that's why I told Ed Boon he owes me quarters. And
He knows.
Yeah, oh my God. The dude's probably got a tab everywhere. And I used to go to there's a local, like, one of those random theme parks that somebody had enough money to build and they built it.
My hometown has one. Yep.
Okay. They had what was that skateboarding game with the roller bar? Was it 720?
Oh.
I think it was called 720.
Dude, I can picture it in my head.
I loved that game. And I would go out of my way.
Top Skater.
Is that what it was?
But I do see Skater Die had some sort of 720 iteration.
Okay.
But dude, Top Skater, that's
it
a
was
game
called,
that always
it's known as
good.
Skater Die. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's what it was called. But yeah, this is the game. It felt like what was that day? Paperboy. You know how Paperboy was way more in depth than people realized?
But yeah.
That's what this was. And you would skate to the different areas you want to go to, but you had to do it with the rollerball. Oh, I went out of my way. It was like, I swear it was behind, like, it was, people weren't even supposed to be there. Who knows if it was, I probably plugged it in. And I would spend all my money playing that game. I thought it was the coolest thing.
Yo, so dude, I gotta ask you this then. I'm throwing out my questions just because I whenever I think about the arcade, I get just like my heart grows 3 sizes bigger. And my arcade experience, I remember the Red Baron at Mill Creek Mall in Erie, PA. Lost so much money playing Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, the original Mario Brothers. Which game ate the quarters in your pockets the most? Which one did you drop the most money on?
Oddly enough, pinball.
I believe it.
I'm a pinball. I sound old. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's take a second here.
Folks. Let's celebrate the maturity and like you know how wine gets better as it ages.
Yeah.
It's the same with games. You know.
Wow. I hearing myself, like, if I just heard me talking, like if I didn't see my face, you would think I was like some grade gamer. Like, oh yeah, back with the original twin stick shooter. And
back in my day, it was only Area 50.
Yeah, and what was that? What was that game? Ski. Back when I was playing Ski and in Sim City 2000. which I did. I actually did play those games a lot. My grandmother had an MS-DOS at her house, and it had
That's where you could play Utopia Must Fall. Or no, what was the other one?
yeah.
One Must Fall. Yeah.
I spent so much time playing Ski. I used to love that game. It my point in bringing this up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
People is people want simple, tangible things. That's why Vampire Survivors did so freaking
Mhm.
amazing.
It's why I still
One
play it. Yeah.
one finger. I didn't buy it on my phone because I knew
That's a trap.
I knew that would not be okay. I avoided it because just one finger, and I'm just sitting there having the time of my life. All of a sudden, an hour went by, and now I'm trying a different character, and now I'm a sorceress, and like, see,
Mhm. When
I
10
know,
things unlocked. That's the casino logic, dude.
and then it's
So
spinning, and then it's just like one more time.
my wife has it on her phone, and I
Ooh,
would be lying to you if I said she might not be playing it right now. Like, and the thing is, like, she started on my Steam Deck, and then it got on Xbox, and then it got on PlayStation, and then it came on mobile. And dude, she has played every version to the point where, like, she's like, "Oh, I have to upgrade my characters on here," and I'm like, "What are you doing? How like, there's other." She hasn't finished Expedition 33, and I'm like, "Come on."
there's other
Oh well.
games. Yeah,
Mm.
that. But okay, so games that I'm currently playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whew, like I said, I can rant. Please tell me when to stop. I can go.
We're good. We're good.
But yeah, so I've been flowing back and forth between the roguelike experiences and it's been Sandwalkers. That's what I've been spending most of my time playing. And Daddy is working. Go about your way. Love you. And Sandwalkers and then Spin Hero. I just installed that and I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. It's simple. So I run into that point, especially as a backlog barbarian,
Mhm.
1/5 of the backlog barbarians. I It is a lot of not necessarily pressure, but it almost okay, have you reviewed games?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you know that feeling where it's almost work. Like you're enjoying yourself, but there's a strong purpose behind what you're doing. And that purpose is so strong that once you do it, you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
like
that culture of the new, of being like a content creator. Do you play what you wanna play, or do you play what might work best for SEO, and trying to fight back and forth with that?
I regret reviewing Starfield,
I believe it.
not because I didn't enjoy it. I put over 6 days into the game, but because I played it, it's hard for me to go back to it because
Mhm.
I played it with the intent of reviewing it. It 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 pulled at something different in me, and so when it's almost like, do I go back and do work I already did?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's a very weird thing, and now this is why I actually try not to review as many games. I don't know if people have caught on to that. The team, they're like, "Oh, Baron, we got a hold of this big AAA game. Do you want it?" No.
No, man, I
Uh,
wanna savor this. I, like, want to
yeah.
enjoy it on my own. Like,
Yes.
there's so much coming out in September from Onimusha, Control. Like, my family is a big, asymmetrical multiplayer horror game
Ooh,
family, so,
okay.
like, Halloween coming out, and
You're gonna
I
love
was
Saw.
given the dude, Saw.
You're
I
gonna
have some
love it.
questions. I have
Okay.
some questions about
Mhm.
Saw, but I'll be there day one no matter what. But I wanna take my time because everything's coming out at once. And, like, I know this fall, it's just gonna be play whatever I want, play whatever I want. So I'm trying to go through my backlog right now.
Got you.
And something I made a video about this the other day. Being intentional about when I play and what I play has been so helpful because it's not like I'm gonna look at my library and, like, whatever jumps out and hits me,
Yes.
because that's how I end up just doing ranked matches on Street Fighter 6 for an hour. You know what I mean? Like, I wanna play something with a story. I wanna play
Yes.
something I can chew through, and that's so different. You don't get that luxury when you're reviewing something.
Nope, you sure don't, and that's why I've definitely taken a big step back. There'll be titles I'll do, like, early impressions and whatnot, that flows a lot easier, or if something really just like, after I complete it and I just feel I need to talk about it or
Mhm.
in written form or write about it, I that's when I'll do it, do a review, but I've honestly taken a step back from it. I used to try and crank them out, man, but now I kinda I don't have the time like I used to,
No, man,
Not
you
that
got kids. You got a full-time job. I mean, come on.
I'm wearing a polo right now, man. Like literally got out the car and was like, get to the computer. Let's do this. No, but I God, I love this, man. I love it. I hope I do. I hope I'm honest with myself because the amount of time I put into this. Ugh.
Well, no, I'll tell you why you love it. I know why you love it because the industry is in dire straits right now, and I always run into this like morality play about like, I can't wait to play the new Doom Dark Ages DLC. I feel terrible for id Tech. I feel terrible for Obsidian. And half the time, it's just like, I don't have to play the new stuff. I'm going to play what makes me happy. I'm going through my
Yes.
backlog. I'm reminding myself why I love this. I just replayed Link's Awakening, the Legend of Zelda
Ooh, yeah,
remake,
yeah.
and like that used to be a yearly replay for me. It's not even really playing now. I could play that game with my eyes closed. But like the art style, the music, it's the same way with when I go back and play Left 4 Dead 2. It's like
Okay.
all good vibes. It's all happy. I get my buddies together and like we're not good at the game. We just laugh and have fun. I got
Yes.
to remember that. I got to remember that
Yes.
like, and that's why this podcast exists. Like, hey man, that's why this podcast exists. Talk about the memories, the happy vibes about it. Cause I really believe that games can influence a personality. It can make you a happier person. It
Yes.
puts you in the shoes of somebody that you're not familiar with. It gives you perspective. And sometimes I just got to take a step back. Otherwise, this industry will just eat you alive?
And it's funny. That's why Backlog Barbarians exist. And that's why it's
Mm,
every other week. We do not do it weekly, and we do it Sunday morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. One, so everybody can have a full day.
mhm.
Two, that is the most least likely time for me to come up with an excuse to cancel.
Sure, sure,
That
sure.
like I'm an early bird. You would think I grew up on the farm as early as we wake up around here. So at least I do. Rest of my family is asleep. I get up, get the coffee pot going, press start on it because I had pre-poured and had everything situated, and it gets to brewing. I sit down, and the show's done 8:39 at the latest.
That's
And
beautiful. Oh,
and
I'm so jealous.
it that and I did it that way because and then we don't do news. This week we're going to talk
That's
about news
smart. It's smart.
only because so much is going to impact the way we approach backlog gaming. What does backlog gaming look like for the next generation?
Hmm.
Is it even really going to be extremely possible outside of PC? Like there's a lot that fits within the realm of what we talk about on the backlog barbarian. So that's why we're going to do it. But we do our best, our damnedest to only talk about the games we're playing, the games we want to play, and why we're struggling to play certain games and why certain games have been put down. Like I I'll be honest here. I love talking about this because this kind of what opened it up. My most shameful backlog is I've never completed a mainline Mario game.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, well, okay. I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
was always
okay,
like,
okay, but there's somebody listening that's like, "I'm unsubscribing from this podcast." I'm just saying, hey, man, some people are Sonic people, some people are Mario, and then
yes,
some people are Madden people. It's fine.
yes. And it was just what I realized is I'm impatient and
Mm,
I'm a button masher at heart, and I definitely will panic press buttons. And I never got that 100th star in
mhm.
Mario 64 to get through the stair the to go like the fact that I could still hear him. I can still hear Bowser. It haunts me. But yeah, it that's my most shameful. And it's funny, a lot of people felt like free. They were like, "You too?" I thought I was gonna get drugged through the mud. I
Yeah,
was
dude.
ready for the worst. People were like, "Me neither, me neither." And I was like, "I'm not alone." Like my people, yes,
There
welcome.
there is, like, a certain and I don't know how to describe it, and I've only ever seen it on, like, X, Twitter, like, Twitch. There's, like, a culture around these are the games that you need to play to be an
Yes,
authority, and, like,
yes,
I don't know, man. I play a lot of games, but I didn't play Chrono Trigger all the way through ever.
me
Like,
neither.
but like that's
And
okay, man.
there was a point where I was Baron J67, the RPG gamer, and I have not played all the. And what's funny is I own it.
Excuse me, final what?
Yeah, it's funny. I have a little bag that hangs up on my door, and it inside said bag is the Game Boy. Which one? The DS. Not the
DSi?
not the DSi. What was the other one? Well,
DS
3D.
Lite?
I think it was a
Oh,
3DS. Might be a
yeah.
3DS. And there's a sealed DS version of Chrono Trigger in there that I got from GameStop, and I just like haven't played it. And I just, shame me.
Hey,
It
man.
is a shameable moment. But I've played a lot of other games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Here's the thing. That is shame only exists if you think that should be there, right? And
yeah.
you have played. I mean, dude, you put 6 days in the Starfield.
Yes,
I
I
don't think
did.
anyone's gonna dispute the RPG
Oh,
gamer. But
I was
have
such
you
a
heard of a
bounty hunter.
game? It's called the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
Why does that sound familiar?
It came out earlier this year. It's a
Yeah,
small dev
okay, I seen a
team.
press release for it. There you go. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, "No, that sounds very familiar."
And dude, like I started it up one night, played it for an hour and a half, and I said, well, this is great. Like, I definitely want to put more time into this. I want to do that. Then Star Fox came out. And then my
Mm.
daughter wanted to see
Barrel.
Moana. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She wanted to see Moana in Dreamlight Valley, and I just put it down. And it's one of those games that you gotta take notes. Like, you need a notepad to finish this game. I came back and I'm like, "You know what? It's not for me." And, like, I left a review on Steam, I'm recommending it, but I know, like, for me, I saw a lot of tricks that game has to offer. I know I'm not gonna see the credits, and that's fine. But 5 years ago, I'd have been like, I need to do this and I need to like sacrifice other parts of my life to make it happen, you know? Not anymore. I'm
Yeah,
older and
man.
wiser.
Yes, free yourself. That's why I had to put down my free to plays. Like this backlog
Yep.
barbarian
Yep.
journey, it freed me from my free to plays like Marvel Rivals. I had to stop. Like, because otherwise I'd be sitting here acting like I'm completely focused on you while you hear the button clicks,
Yeah,
right?
but dude, Cyclops and Jubilee are in it now. So like
And then Apocalypse just got stabbed. Like
yeah,
and then the hood, and like there's the dinosaur and like and Black Panther got a buff,
man, I'm
and
still in it. Like I'm if it's a Marvel game, I'm gonna be in it. But like Marvel Overwatch, I'm not leaving that game.
it's it was so bad. Like I felt like it was peak Destiny days where I'm like checking patch notes and I'm like, where's Zer this week? Like like these are the levels. Like we're oh man, what team up is going to be this season? Who are we perma banning? Like who's not seeing the
Mhm.
light of day and the Hulk is always getting banned. It just like it's a lifestyle choice, and I this is not conducive to the way of the backlog barbarian.
Dude, I've been there. Have you heard of the game Marvel Strike Force? It was a mobile game.
No. Oh, okay, yes, I have.
I
Wasn't it
I
like the
like
the Star Wars one where you
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
like
It
yeah,
was just
okay.
like Galaxy Heroes.
There you go.
And I had a separate I was part of a separate Discord for our clan. And like we were coordinating this, that, and the other thing. And this is like peak COVID, like 2020. We weren't doing anything, you know, but as vaccines came out and people started going out again, I was like, "Hey," I like wrote a breakup letter. It was like, "It's not you, it's me." And like, I can't do this. I need to spend money elsewhere. I need to
Yes.
not put money into this thing that's never going to give back to me.
Never.
And and as soon as I did that, like 10 people peeled away. They were like, "Hey man, you gave us the courage to step away." And I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, what AA meeting is this?"
Dude,
It's real though. It happens.
people look for permission. I didn't
Mhm.
realize that people actively look for and my Super Mario or my never finished the mainline Mario freed a lot of people. And it freed I felt better about myself. I realized it's okay. And then my shame of buying The Witcher 3 in every version that it exists and not
Well, because
beating
just
it.
in case you play it, you get cross save. You're thinking ahead, man.
Look,
I did the same thing, dude.
I bought that game. I've bought every version of that game. I'm trying to think which version. No, I haven't bought the PlayStation version. So I bought Xbox.
It's on
I bought
PlayStation Plus. You're fine.
see, and I bought the Switch version. I bought it's Skyrim, same thing.
I have bounced off Skyrim more times than I've played it. And like it's just not my thing. I play enough games. I know pretty soon if I'm gonna vibe with it. But Skyrim, it's never worked. It's such a bummer.
You know what's sad for me, right? And I'm so sorry I'm derailing. Skyrim, it wasn't that I was not having fun. It's just I enjoy small things. Like that's what he said. And there's definitely jokes written in that. But the crafting. If there was fishing in Skyrim, I'd be cooked. Which is there fishing in Skyrim? No. But the smithing, the enchanting, thank God Skyrim didn't have Morrowind level of spell casting and spell crafting. Oh, it would have been a menace.
So you're gonna get sucked into GTA 6 in a really bad way, I imagine.
Well, no, because I'm gonna hold off. I think I'm gonna use that time, that window when nothing else is gonna exist, to really dive into my backlog. I'm gonna hold
That's
off.
smart.
If there was a physical version, I would have bought it and played it. But the fact that it's just a code, I can wait. Like,
wait a second. Has there been news recently about physical games? Oh no. What an awful week. But no, I feel you.
Let me
like
tell you
you're
how much
buying
of a
something that you'll never hold.
I'm gonna tell you something. How much of a physical person I am. When I seen that Samurai Jack got removed from HBO,
yeah, dude,
immediately went and bought the complete collection. That's
Samurai Jack coming to Fortnite this week. There's another free to play for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Sorry, spend those V-Bucks.
Leaving, I keeps pulling me back in. No, like, dude, like, no, man, no. So last time I went in was for John Wick when they brought him back the second time because I missed it the first time. Well, I already bought him, so I'm good.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And now I live through my kids because my kids play Fortnite, and I happily buy them battle passes because I pretend it's for me. Makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah, you're paying it forward. I did the same thing for my nephews. If he wants to be Messi, Lionel Messi? Lionel?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
It depends on who you ask and where
I don't know,
you
man.
ask
I'm Jake and Finn whenever I play that game. That's just like my go-to.
Let's go!
Dude, I'm gonna
physical too.
You can't see it, but I am directly looking at all the Adventure Time nonsense I have. Tell you what, I'm gonna ask people for $1, then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna ask you the big question of the show. Okay?
Let's do it.
All right. 33 minutes in. This is going to be a fun, chunky one. Y'all, The Last Save Lounge is supported by Patreon at patreon.com/hoodieweather. By supporting Hoodie Weather, patrons get a bonus segment each week, a bundle of Hoodie Weather games, and ad-free episodes in their feeds. If times are tough, dude, I get it. I think you're just as tough. You don't got to give me $1. You just got to subscribe. Subscribe to the show right now, because by having more subscribers, we can attract more guests, more listeners. Also, be sure to rate us and review us on your podcast app of choice. Tell your friends, tell your rivals, tell your Marvel rivals. I'm not picky. And to remind y'all, I am back here with Baron from LV1 Gaming. We are about to find out the mystery. Baron, what's your favorite game of all time?
Ogre Battle 64.
Holy shit. Okay, what a cut. Tell me about Ogre Battle 64 for the N64.
Person of lordly caliber. So what makes this game so special is
I've never played it. I've only ever heard about it in books and in stories.
So I would go to my cousin's house, and rest in peace, my Uncle Anthony. he would always be playing this game, and it was chibi style characters. He always had a different army or little unit of soldiers, and it was spells being cast, and he wasn't pressing buttons, but so much was happening, and I was always just so enthralled by the game. And then him starting to talk to me about it and like telling me there's multiple endings and you're this character named Magnus, and depending on the choices you make, the world adjusts, the story adjusts, the factions change, your enemies and your friends change. Uh, and I'm just a kid, elementary school, like mind blown. And this is one of those moments. I think this was the game that pulled me away from the atypical platformers that kids usually find themselves playing. This changed this skewed me away from that and moved me into the RPG elements. So long story short, you are a young soldier in a during a tumultuous wartime, and your name is Magnus, a Gallant, if I'm not mistaken. This how you pronounce his last name, right? Pretty on the nose name.
Hmm.
And you start off in this academy, this soldier academy, and the way the game starts is your starter army is built around your choices you make and how you answer the questions.
Okay.
So you have this leadership asking you like, "Oh, when you speak to the gods, or when you approach the gods, what is it that you wish to do?" And I'll never forget, I didn't know what the word beseech meant. So I grabbed a dictionary, folks. Yes, I grabbed a book.
The more you know.
The more you know. And I'm like, what the hell does beseech? And I was like, oh, to reach and ask for the gods. Yeah, I beseech the gods. I want something. Like, yeah, like that. Yeah, gods. Beseech them.
Thank you, Merriam-Webster. Yeah.
Right. And you just go through and you answer different questions depending on how you answer the questions. That's the type of starter army you get. And so there was a lot of rinsing and repeating until I got this army I wanted to start with, and Beast Tamer and Witch and Warlocks. And the Witch did debuffs and status effects, and the Warlock was just an attacker. And then you had knights and soldiers, and then if your knight died but RNGesus was on your side, your knight would come back as a zombie, and now you have a
Oh,
zombie unit,
sick.
and now you
Yeah,
have
man.
undead units in your army. And then depending on how you build your army, your chaos meter, you'd either be chaotic or neutral or good. And there's just all these little elements, all with the I was mind blown.
There's like a Paragon Renegade system in an N64 game?
Yeah, and it just there's so much going. And then depending on if you let a certain city fall during a battle. So okay, so the way the battles work is almost like an RTS system.
Mhm.
So each character, each general is the person on the map,
Mhm.
and you direct them, and you can set paths like, hey, I want you like very what game
Feels like Fire Emblem or
yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you get to like, hey, I want you to go this way, then that way, and after you stop there at this town, I want you to then go here, and you get to set paths, and then all of a sudden, a Hawkman led group will be able to fly over lakes and creeks that your ground units can't pass through, and then when they battle, it depending on which way you're approached, is how your units will be in the fight. So if you have like, let's say I built my party to be, hey, they're really strong, head up, like as long as we meet you straight on,
Mhm.
we're gonna wash you. But
But if
my
you get
healers,
flanked,
if I get flanked, my healers are now up front. And then depending on where your characters are, they may have different abilities. So this game was, put it this way, is I've owned this game since 90 what
that's
uh
the original copy.
yeah,
That's
since
a
90s.
relic now.
Yeah, this is not this one copyrighted was 97. So 96, 97. And my I I still have my original N64. It's one of the coolest gifts I ever received. I found out when I got older that my mom, the night before Christmas, because they were impossible to find that year, she drove very far to a person's home, could have got kidnapped and all the other stuff to buy me a Nintendo 64.
That's a damn mom.
Yeah,
That's
my
a
mom.
parent
Yeah,
right
my
there.
parents crushed it, man. They spoiled me rotten. And so I don't even know if she knows I still have it. That I'm gonna have to call her after this and let her know. But
Hey, podcast listeners, call your mother.
call
If
your
you
mom.
haven't, call your
If
mom.
yeah, if you can, man, call your mom, dude, please. Unless you don't talk, and that's a whole different story.
Yeah, thank her
But
for Mortal Kombat 11. She probably got it for you at some point.
so with this game, there was just so many different elements, and then your characters rank up, and then your characters age. So there's different ages within the game. Like when you hit a certain chapter, there's a time jump. And it gives you like a story of what happened based on your decisions and where you are now. And your character dresses different. He looks older, and it's all in the old school sprites. Oh, it's just so it Atlas did their damn thing with this game. I I still haven't even unlocked all the characters. There's still characters. There's vampires, so there's undead. Then you can go into maps to go search for creatures. So with your beast tamer class, you can convince and recruit people. So if you beat certain people enough, you can be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna kill you. Come join us." And
Mm.
if you're like, there, oh,
Can I really level with you for a moment?
talk to me.
I love doing this show because I love the pinball of enthusiasm, right? And I'm thinking I'm gonna play some Pocopia tonight. I might delve into some Assassin's Creed. Well, we'll see. But now I'm like, do I want to risk it all and play Ogre Battle 64
Yes, you do.
somewhere? Because like I've had Tactics Ogre and I've had Final Fantasy Tactics, and
Love those games.
I but
Absolutely
I
love those
I
games.
just haven't they haven't, like, grabbed me, like,
Got you.
I know you gotta play for, like, 5 hours until
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
like, grabs you by the collar and is like, "This is your life now." I haven't gotten there yet, but hearing you talk about it, it's the I wanna be in that world. I wanna experience those time jumps, and you're doing a great job selling it, but what I'm really asking for is, like, 12 more hours in the day. That's
Got
what
you.
I need. What do I do?
Yeah.
Like, what do I play now?
No, and that's a really like I think about this, right? Like, would I even be able to enjoy Order Battle 64 today? Like, let's say it came out as it is today.
Mhm.
I don't think I'd be able to enjoy it the same way, to be able to sit there for hours on end,
And
Saturday
really
morning style.
devote yourself to it.
Yeah, and go look up cheatcc.com, and yeah,
Cheat CC.
cheat code
Sorry.
central.
S
I'm
Game
throwing it
Facts
back.
is over there like, "What about
Yeah,
us?"
yeah, no, I'm deep in the trenches. Cheat code central. And like just and it's funny because it's not to get cheat codes, but it's to like, how in the hell do I unlock this character? And then
Mm.
I talked to my uncle. He's like, "Oh yeah, you know that guy you fight, you can have him on your team. You can convince him to join you." I'm like, "What?" And like to find out that there's a whole like army of people you can convince to join you, like Lord Saladin, and like why do I remember their names? It's so the Zenobian army,
So if there's
and
a Saladin, my Destiny blood means I have to recruit him, so
oh yeah,
done.
Lord Saladin. Uh oh, Destiny. I'm so glad I put that game down. Not because of what happened recently, but because I hit that wall of there is other games to play.
Mhm.
That's also a big bro.
I I'm in it deep, man.
Oh,
I'm like, I had a little memorial for Destiny, and it just felt like I had stopped playing it after Final Shape, but it's still like that 3rd place isn't there for me anymore.
okay. I know we're not supposed to do this, but I have to do it because Destiny was my most played game during the era of Xbox 360. Like, remember when they did the whole museum thing
Mhm.
for Xbox? My most played game was Destiny. Um, I'm a firm believer that Marathon, as it is, should have been built into Destiny, and Destiny would have thrived.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of things they could have done,
Yes.
but that the protracted development of Marathon and everything that came with it, I think before they could really assemble a game plan, they were like, "Get this shit out the door,"
Yes.
you know? And it's a good game, but it's not a game that I can really play right now,
No,
but
but
it's
imagine
pretty.
if it was within Destiny. Imagine
Mhm.
if it was a special event like Iron Banner, and or did they even bring back the racing? Like I used to.
They did in the final update. Sparrow Racing League is back in the
Wow.
game.
So you, as you could tell, I was in the trenches. Like if you like, I have the Target exclusive Lord Saladin
I got my
figure,
Galahorn right over there.
and then I have so a lot of people don't know this, at least back in the day, Walgreens, they were like second in toy sales next to like Toys R Us. A lot of people didn't know that. Walgreens
Huh.
was record toy sellers. They had, that's why a lot of toys are Target exclusive. Or not, I'm so sorry, Walgreens exclusive. There are a lot of Walgreens exclusive toys that exist. So much so that I have the Walgreens exclusive Destiny figures.
Sick.
I think they were McFarlane, like Walgreens,
That makes
like,
sense, yeah.
and oh man, little Gallahorn, little was it the Vex Mythoclast? Why do I,
Yeah, dude.
bro, like
No,
I was in the
okay, okay,
trenches.
okay, 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 okay. But also, I have this terrible way of making every podcast about Destiny.
So we're
And
not
like,
doing it.
and,
We're not
no,
doing it.
but like here's the thing, man. You friend me up, we will play something. We will play something. But there's something I wanna take us back to Tactics Ogre.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
Ogre
Ogre
Battle for a
Battle
second.
64. Yes.
Cause like what I'm hearing,
Yes.
you obviously have a lot of reverence for your uncle and your cousin playing this game. Like you are being that person for your kids and for other people now. So I see that through line. You know what I mean? Of like, here's this game. Let me give you this like gentle push into this pretty complex system, right?
Yes.
Like this
Very.
game, I can tell why it's your favorite game. It did shape a lot of your preferences.
Oh yeah. Like going for in okay, so just to give you a clarity what it led to XCOM, it led to Mountain Blade Bannerlord, it led to Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Advanced 2, which if I was gonna convince somebody to play a Final Fantasy Tactics game, I would say go play Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced.
Mhm.
Um, one, it it has a lighter tone to it, and it doesn't feel so serious, even though it is a very serious game. Um, but Tactics is, if I had to roughly tell somebody what Tactics feels like, Tactics really feels like they took the heaviest Final Fantasy games and made it turn-based. Made
Mhm.
it grid-based RPG, tactical grid-based. So, and then they even added like permadeath. I think this is the first. Was it the first Final Fantasy game with permadeath?
Tactics had it, and then in
Yeah.
the re-release, they allow you to take it off, but I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm doing old
No,
school."
it made it count. Like you would lose people, and I was
Mhm.
a kid. Like, wait, what do you mean they're gone?
You're, like,
Just
learning about death when you play this
yeah,
game.
it was heavy, man. And it wasn't like some cinematic moment. It was just like, no, that soldier that
Now
you
they're
loved,
done.
they're gone. And then if you don't go to the bag, you won't get the loot that you put on. Oh, I learned a lot about myself. Like, no, like everything's within like 3 panels of each other. We're all moving in squadrons. There's a healer with everybody. Like, yeah, oh man, it got the wheels turning. Um,
Now,
and
we'll come back to
oh, yes,
physical games, though, because you have the
yes,
physical copy, you got your original one. This game was on the virtual console from what I see,
mm-hmm.
but it's not
Anymore.
available anywhere.
Yep.
It was on the Wii Virtual
I
Console,
was
which,
gonna say
like,
we.
dude, you know how much money I put in the Virtual Console and I just can't play those games now? I purchased those, but I'm not gonna hook up my Wii. I'm not gonna do that, and nobody gets to play this unless they have a ROM dump or
Yeah,
a physical copy of it now. Like,
yeah,
everything's getting more difficult, but those memories live on through your work.
yeah, and that's why I do my best to bring it up as much as possible because I've been belligerent about certain games. Like Chucklefish actually messaged me one time, and they were like, "Look, we cannot put Starbound on the Switch." I was like, but Terraria's on there. And they're like, but it's because for those who don't know, Starbound is No Man's Sky, but 2D and pixelated. So imagine Terraria, except you can go to an infinite amount of places. Literally, it's not just one planet that's really in depth. Imagine the depth of Terraria, but across No Man's Sky.
Damn.
That is what Starbound is. And I would say that was definitely up there in my top 5 games of all time. It actually inspired me to play No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is now the 3D version of Starbound.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, it was not. I was a day one purchaser of
Me too, man.
No Man's Sky.
We had
I
his and
enjoyed
hers
it.
copies.
I enjoyed it. Like a lot of people hate it. But see, I love space.
It's fine. Yeah.
Well, I love space, and I understand what space is very empty, according to what we can see and what we know of it. It's a very empty thing, filled with things, and these things just happen to be cool to look at. I got telescope and everything. I definitely. I mean, hell, bro. Like, look, I went to the IMAX of Project. And we got the IMAX.
All right, you don't have to
X,
rub it in that you have an IMAX. Chicago used to, and they took it away from us.
Let me brag.
They're like, you can't have nice things anymore.
Let me brag. I have to brag about this because I feel stupid. So I live in Southern California, and usually we had to drive. Well, historically, we had to drive to Irvine to go to the IMAX, the 70 millimeter. You can hear that bad boy whirring when the movie's going. Feel like I'm in the 20s, like seeing the first movie. Like, oh, it's awesome. And I think that's the coolest thing, that you can actually hear the damn wheels spinning.
Well, because those reels are
they're
huge, man.
And it's so cool. But okay, so for years, we would make dates and go early in the morning because that was the only way kids are at daycare. I'd take a day off. I'd take days off work to go to IMAX screenings. And we would drive all the way to Irvine. Well, I don't know how I figured it out last minute, but apparently Irvine's like an hour away. So within 20 minutes away, we got a 70 millimeter IMAX. And I didn't know. So for 2.5 years, I have been driving to Irvine, making a whole day, taking time off, using PTO, and we got one freaking right here, and people were just laughing at me, and I felt so dumb. But now I'm going to see the Odyssey next Friday, 2 Fridays.
Yeah, mine's next week.
Next Friday. Yeah, I think it's next Friday. I'm going to see it 8 a.m. I got some prime seats. So
I'm going at 2 p.m. and hoping I get her out for daycare.
Look. When I tell you, I found the perfect seats. So I don't try to fight for those center seats anymore. I like that one seat that's right in front of the railing.
Yeah. Put your feet up and everything.
That's
the way to do it.
And then
that's
I
the way to
lean
do
back, and I just get the whole. And that's the seat nobody talks about. Like, everybody talks about those center, 15 seats where everybody's like fighting to be dead center to get the full. No, you can have that and comfort with their feet fully extended out or kicked up on a rail, and then you could put your drinks and food down and people can walk by. It's the greatest thing. Oh, I'm so excited for the Odyssey.
I'm really happy to hear about your perfect movie going experience.
I'm so sorry.
Sitting here in a place where my IMAX was like, it's there. They're just not freaking using it anymore.
Wow.
And every time I look at my Odyssey tickets, I'm like, this isn't the way Nolan intended. But also, whatever, man. See it however you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely. I would go to I grew up a movie theater kid.
Mm-hmm.
That was just the thing we did, which is went to the movies. I was blessed for that, and I felt like I lived in the theater. I mean, even we would go see the Christmas, whatever movie came out on Christmas. Which it was funny as hell. I remember we went and seen Friday After Next.
Dude.
Christmas. Yeah, because it came out Christmas. It's technically a Christmas movie.
I was gonna say it is a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
Fine.
Yeah, and we went and seen it Christmas Day. Anytime, we don't do it as much anymore because it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Oh God. But so having the IMAX, man, I'm excited. This is gonna be my first time going to the new IMAX. Well, the new to me IMAX. that's been there for 2.5 years. I'm all looking up Reddit posts about it to make sure it's really an IMAX. I'm like, wait a minute. No, you got to understand, this is in a prominent mall that I've gone to I've paid to go. There's 2 movie theaters. There's one in the mall, and then there's a standalone one. I drive past the standalone one where the 70 millimeter has been sitting this 2.5 years to go into the mall, to go into one of these used to be where they feed you. They don't even feed you anymore, but it has the button to press to call for food. And I'm just the sit and dine experience. Bro, I have wasted so much money going
Yeah,
to
but think
AMC.
about you can't look and think about what could have been because you have the perfect seat for a movie that I hear is pretty good. You know, like early reactions are coming out and I'm like, okay. And I don't know. You put Tom Holland, Zendaya in the same movie, it worked for Spider-Man. It's working for Odyssey.
And Dune, did you see the new trailer?
I'm gonna stand down on Dune.
Okay.
I enjoy the first Dune. The second one, not for me. But I have the books. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Dune Awakening coming to PS5. I think it just didn't hit me in the right way.
I got
But
you.
It'll be like one Sunday on TNT. I'll catch it. I'll be like, this is great. You know what I mean? But for right now, I'm gonna let other people get ahead. There's other things I want to see. But
dude, we've been getting a lot of good horror movies.
Dude, did you see Obsession?
Not yet. I haven't seen
Obsession and Backrooms back to back.
Okay. No, I want to go see both of those. And I some movies I feel like have to be seen in theater. Like I regret not seeing Interstellar in IMAX, right? Like there's certain things I want to, not just even IMAX. Certain movies are so damn good. I want to see it on the screen, and I want to catch Obsession in Backrooms on theater. I'm at this point. I'm gonna have to go to we got $2 theaters around here. So
yeah, I was gonna say we got one around here.
Go get
second
a hot
run
dog
movies.
and yeah,
bring in your own soda.
Yeah, it's the best, folks. If you ever get a chance to go to a $2 theater, they
don't
make their
care.
money on food. That's how these places make their money. So you're gonna pay a lot for a semi-okay hot dog that comes out of a mom's crock pot, but it is the best experience. It is so good. The seats suck.
The seats are fucking terrible. You'll fall through 4 of them.
Yeah. Oh, but the popcorn's great, but it's in a horrible container, and it reminds me of like old Kmart popcorn. Like it just. Wow, I'm really aging myself here.
I was going to say, you're going to talk about Hills next.
Yeah. Oh,
put
God.
Kmart in the same situation. All right. Well, wait. All right. So
sorry.
we do got to bring this one to a close.
Yeah.
Because I actually hear my wife and I are going to watch the new episode of X-Men 97 tonight. We ordered food. It's a whole thing.
Oh no! Let's hurry up. I'm so sorry.
No. But no, dude, you're good. This is fun, and also this place delivers super quick. But before we go, I'm so pleased to hear about Ogre Battle 64, just because it's part of the show is me getting to experience other people's love for these games without having actually been there. And I'm not telling tales when I say I can hear that story. And I don't know you, but I know you, based on this, I feel the passion, I feel the vibes. I know how much you love taking care of your kids and showing them what you're into. And I see that direct through line. And I know the people in your life around you at that time, if they look now, they'd be like, yeah, man, that's Baron. It's perfect. We're proud of him. So thanks for telling your story, man.
Appreciate that, man. I really do. And shout out to Atlas. I funny enough, my kids don't know, make sure we're going to Japan
hell yeah.
And I'm gonna go to a secondhand store and I'm gonna go buy the Japanese version of this game from Japan. And hopefully they have one with a case and I could get the full works. But yeah, I like the artwork for the Japanese one because it has the characters in a old school like Final Fantasy-esque style, but with more color and more definition. You remember the old where they're flowy and disappearing.
Dude, Yoshitaka Amano, we love.
There you go. So it's got but it's a little more defined, but it still has that tone, like almost watercolor, non-existent. And I want to get the Famicom like box. And, yeah, I want to do it. Or I
Goals.
came out on Famicom and 64. I could be wrong, but for some reason I think it did come out on Famicom. I think I'm wrong, but maybe it was Tactics Ogre, because there's a bunch. So that's another thing.
Well,
There's
yeah.
like three or four Ogre battles. You got Tactics Ogre, you got March of the Black Queen, which funny enough, they're named after Queen songs. If I'm not
Shit.
mistaken. I want to say that's like one of those weird factoids about
I think you
this.
did just push me over into playing Tactics Ogre soon.
Yes. Let me see.
Reborn. I have that one on disc at least.
The Black Queen. Who made that song? Queen. Yeah. So they're named after Queen songs. Yeah. March of the Black Queen. But yeah, man, and shout out to Queen. But yes. Yes, I'm holding you up. You need to go eat. Dude, thank you for inviting me.
Dude, this was fun. Like we should absolutely do this again. I want to invite people back at end of year just to talk about
100%.
favorite game of the year. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you.
100%.
But y'all, only reason I found Baron is because I supported independent games media. And I'm talking about Giant Bomb, but I'm also talking about Level 1 Gaming. And when we talk about some of these healthy things to do with the hobby, like attacking your backlog, you don't need to be in that culture of the new. You don't need to play the shiny thing. You can every now and then, but that's not all you got to play. Backlog Barbarians is fantastic for that. That's how you can find out games like Spin Hero. That's how you can find out games like Utopia Must Fall.
Must Fall. Yes.
And like you get out what you put in. So follow Level 1 Gaming. I'll link to Baron and everything in the show notes. Baron, man, thank you so much for being a part of this episode.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Press the button. It costs you nothing, and it helps so much. Folks, the wish list and subscribe to people.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be quiet because I can rant. YouTube needs to change the word subscribe. I know their legacy. I know they created not created, but I know they ushered in the word subscribe. But subscribe is now tied to money.
Yeah.
They need to change that word, because you got a whole new generation of people who are afraid to hit subscribe because subscribe everywhere else is tied to money.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Like follow, subscribe. Same thing. Same thing, man.
Yes.
And I know follow is stalkery, but please follow me. I'm trying to grow with this thing.
Follow me.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for following, because I know you just did that, and listening to Last Save Lounge. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. I'm having a blast doing the show. We're 25 episodes deep now, and I see the numbers go up. I see the reviews come in. I'm just so happy that this is resonating with you the way that it resonates with me. And I hope you resonate with Level 1 Gaming. But the Last Save Lounge is produced by Hoodie Weather, creating comfy games and podcasts broken in. Like your favorite hoodie, you can support Hoodie Weather by hitting the patreon.com/Hoodie Weather and becoming a patron for just $1. But if times are tough, be a free member. Join the club. It'll be fun. I'll talk to you next week, where we're going to have Dev from Chilling with Dev, if scheduling works out. And beyond that, we're going to be welcoming Kevin Cortez from the Washington Post. So those are going to be hot, hot, hot. I hope to see you there. Until next time. Bye.